Hi everybody, I'm Jack. This is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me this afternoon. I made a video yesterday while I was out laying out in the sun to get some vitamin D. So today I just kind of naturally, I started looking at it because I know we need vitamin D. I think I get, I don't know if I get enough. I need to make more of an effort. It's been a little cloudy here lately. But anyway, I started doing a little research on vitamin D and thought I would share that with you if you didn't know. A lot of it I knew. I learned a lot of stuff. I went through several websites and I just kind of picked the best of what was out there. But first of all, let's talk about what vitamin D does. Vitamin D's best known role is to keep bones healthy by increasing the intestinal absorption of calcium. Without enough vitamin D, the body can only absorb 10 to 15% of dietary calcium. But 30 to 40% absorption is the rule when vitamin reserves are normal. A lack in vitamin D causes rickets, and in adults it causes osteomalacia. Both bone diseases are rare in the United States, but another is on the rise, osteoporosis, the thin bone disease that leads to fractures and spinal deformities. The calcium, everybody, I'd read about this before, but it's interesting, like how many things work together in the body. Like if this level is low, you're not absorbing this. And the calcium, you're definitely not absorbing if you're low on vitamin D. Now, as you all know, the two main ways to get vitamin D are by exposing bare skin to sunlight and by taking vitamin D supplements. You can't get the right amount of vitamin D your body needs from food. Now, I saw that a few times, and I'm just sharing the best information and what seemed to be some commonalities between what I was reading. And most people said that. I don't know if that's 100% true, but it makes sense. Humans take 90% of our vitamin D naturally from sunlight exposure to our skin, specifically from ultraviolet B exposure to the skin, which naturally initiates the conversion of cholesterol in the skin to vitamin D3. A little bit more of the science and the chemicals there. How much vitamin D is produced from sunlight depends on the time of the day, where you live in the world, and the color of your skin. The more skin you expose, the more vitamin D is produced. Ergo, why am I like my little private spot in the yard? Because when I take sun, I don't like to wear anything. I like it coming in evenly. There's just a good feeling. I feel like a lizard when I'm out there, and I just like it coming in all over my body naturally. And I know this is of importance because a lot of you, especially maybe right now, almost everybody has a way to get some fresh sunshine because we're getting to the end of the summer. But I know there's there's a lot of Canadians that eat healthy, that watch this video, that go to forums. And they're always talking about this. So there's some places up there it gets really cold. So you want to make sure that you're getting plenty of your vitamin D during those winter times. So you might want to look into a good supplement. And notice that I say good supplement. You can also get vitamin D by taking supplements. This is a good way to get vitamin D if you can't get enough sunlight, or if you're worried about exposing your skin. Vitamin D3 is the best kind of supplement to take, so be sure and do that. Don't just go in and get that generic vitamin D tablet. Make sure you're getting that vitamin D3 tablet. And also too, you might be able to accumulate a little bit. You may not be able to accumulate enough to get through the winter, but I was looking for storage of vitamin D, and I found that excess vitamin D accumulates in the fat and liver, providing you with a vitamin D source to draw on if your stores run low. However, too much vitamin D in the form of our dietary supplements could cause health problems over time. You can't overdose on vitamin D synthesized in the body from direct sunlight. And then one last little piece of science here. According to a 2010 journal article published by Pediatric Nephrology, vitamin D2 and vitamin D3 circulate in the blood for about 24 hours. Afterwards, these vitamins are stored in the fat tissue for approximately 2 months. So I'm kind of taking that to mean that, maybe you can store up enough to kind of keep you going for a couple of months. And then that might, if you can get a good supplement, it might keep you, if you kind of take it a little bit along the way, or wait until the end of those 2 months, you won't have to take as many supplements during the winter. And this is also valid advice if you're somewhere that just doesn't have sun, or you can't get out in the sun, or if you have some sort of skin condition. Okay, so those are the fun facts. Yeah, now I know a lot of people, you know, there's a lot of people, it's almost like a religion, that the people that are like gung-ho about not getting sun, using sunscreen. I'll do a separate video sometime on that, but about the whole sunscreen thing and the toxicity of it. I'm not 100% non-sunscreen, but I try to get use as little as possible. When I'm getting my sun like I did yesterday, like I say, I'm taking 15 to 20 minutes on both sides on each side of my body. And when the sun's good here, yeah, I go through periods where I might do it some weeks. I mean, probably the most I can ever get the chance, even with time, even if there's enough sun, is maybe 4 times, 4 times doing that in a week. Lately, I've only been able to get it a couple of times. But you know what, I'm also walking around, I'm getting sun during the day. I do try to keep my face covered. When I'm out on the beach shooting the surf videos, I have this huge hat that's almost like an umbrella, covers and I have a shirt on. I'm trying to get back into surfing. I went out the other day, wear a long sleeve rash guard, and it was late afternoon and it was cloudy, so I didn't need anything that day. But as I surf more, I'm going to have something for my face. I mean, I can wear the rash guard, which comes to here, so I'm good on the body, but the face, and you know what, I'm going to say, you hear people making these wild claims, and I believe it in a certain context. They're talking about how you don't need any sunscreen, and they've built up, they've cleaned their body to the point of once you clean your body, I can go out in the sun for hours and hours, or I can be out in the sun all the time and I'm not going to burn. Well, folks, a lot of that comes from you Cali people. And I'm, no offense, but Cali, you're a lot further north of the equator than we are. And from what I see, maybe it's just LA, you got quite a bit of fog, smog, and gunk in your skies out there. Florida, a little bit hotter there. I'd have a hard time seeing somebody being out on the beach for 2 or 3 hours, with using no sunscreen during the day. And I will guarantee you, anybody thinks they can do that with no sunscreen, come on down here and paddle out and surf with me on a sunny day. We'll surf for 2 hours, you won't wear any sunscreen. If you're not burned, I will be your disciple. Anyhow, I'm going to look into that, but I have to add that to the million projects I already have going. But I'm kind of looking into trying to develop something a little bit more natural for putting on my face. The surf instructors have this stuff that's almost like a zinc oxide type sort of thing that covers the face that I think is a somewhat natural product. I need to look at that. I mean, if I can get something, I'm not into inventing something that's already out there. But anyhow, getting off the subject, that'll be something for another day. But the vitamin D, be sure you get that vitamin D. It's like I'm finding not new things, this isn't new, I know you need vitamin D, but the more, I like to research these things because as I share with you and take these notes, I learn a lot of stuff myself. Like I say, my channel is mostly sharing, and I really rarely, there may be a couple of things I know that I can kind of teach, but I rarely consider this kind of a teaching type thing. I just like to I just don't know. Maybe you're interested, maybe you can take something from it. I like to just share what I'm studying. Like if something piques my curiosity and I study it, I figure somebody else might be interested too. So yeah, but it's an endless process of educating, like I always say, because, I had heard that little tidbit before, so I won't call it a completely new fact, but the fact that you have to have plenty of vitamin D to absorb the calcium, those things are important to know because we need to be getting all these nutrients. We need to be getting as many of the nutrients, the vitamins, the minerals in our body as we can, and we need to be absorbing them. We don't need to just be putting these pills, whether they're supplements or whatever, we don't need to be putting something in our body just because, okay, now I've got the calcium and then it's not being absorbed. So anyhow, hope you enjoyed this one. If you like it, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel and have a wonderful upcoming week. I didn't do the Monday morning motivation last week, and I'm not going to, this is Sunday, I don't know, this video might come out on Monday, but I'm not going to do the motivation this week. The reason being is I don't want to just, like, I value your time. I don't want to just do something just to hear myself talk or just to make a video. And the last couple of weeks, I hit a few key points, the 2 weeks that I did it. And I mean, I like that, and I use it for myself. I think it's some good advice. But, as I come up with some more tricks that I feel are beneficial, when I feel one is beneficial, I'll do another Monday morning motivation. Maybe I'll do one next week, even just if it's just me saying hello and giving you some encouragement for the week. But anyhow, take care. Have a wonderful coming week. Peace.